Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming through live from Lagos. Reminder of our top stories. Another three-story building collapses in Diarere area of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. 3 victims rescued so far. Lagos State government begins demolition of marked buildings following Itafaji building collapse. Nigerian Army sets up committee to investigate allegations of misconduct against its officers during the just concluded elections. And New Zealand mourns death of 49 people in terror attack on 2 mosques in Christchurch. ChannelsTV.com has more information for you, and on youtube.com/channelsweb you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android and iOS devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app has an eyewitness feature that you use to share pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, tap a swipe to reveal the menu, and then follow the instructions. The Nigerian Army is investigating the activities of its officers during the just concluded general elections against the backdrop of alleged interference during the polls. A statement from the Acting Director of Army Public Relations, Colonel Sagiru Musa, says the Army has also set up a committee to investigate the reported assassination attempt on the Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike. The statement explains that the committee was constituted as part of measures to ensure that troops deployed for election security duties conducted themselves within the laid-down rules of engagement and the code of conduct. The committee has also been directed to collate and thoroughly analyze reports to determine the veracity of the allegations and the circumstances that led to the killing of Lieutenant Luka Kurmi, as well as what led to the gunshot injuries sustained by other soldiers in the state. And the Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, has broken his silence regarding the controversy surrounding the suspension of the governorship election in Rivers State. The governor, who sees the delay in the release of the governorship results as drama, insists that his party, the PDP, was in the lead before the electoral umpire suspended the process.
This is my first outing since after the 9th of March. Let me, on behalf of our state, thank the people of Rivers State for what they have done, for the love they've shown to our great party. It is not in doubt that the people of this state have shown so much love for the People's Democratic Party. We believe in due process. We believe that INEC is doing their best to follow due process, and that's why I teach all our people, even those who are getting agitated. I said nobody should be agitated. It will be a sweet victory at the end of the day.
Meanwhile, some traditional rulers in Rivers State are calling on the security agencies to stay and continue to protect the lives of property and people in the area. The monarchs commend the efforts of the military for their role in ensuring the safety of lives during the general elections. They also call on the electoral umpire to announce the results of the governorship election in Rivers State.
They are the custodian of the people's heritage, with a mission to do everything necessary to secure lives and property in their communities. Traditional rulers, chiefs and elders from 23 local government areas in Rivers State commend the effort of security agencies during the elections, and they are asking the police and the military to continue to keep watch and not pull out their forces for the overall safety of Rivers people, while also commiserating with the force over the loss of some gallant officers.
If not for the president of the army, nobody knows the number of casualties, the number of deaths that would have been recorded.
In addition, the monarchs also ask INEC to, without delay, release the results of the governorship election and ease the tension in the state.
INEC does not have any legal backing. What they are doing is what is expected to be done by tribunals and the courts. We are saying allow the army to stay and finish their job, and that the result should be released. They should not doctor the result. So our position today is that the president should allow to ask the army to remain.
Amidst the tension and uncertainty generated by the suspension of announcement of the governorship election results in Rivers State, these community leaders are making the much-needed call for peace, and they believe that safety can only be guaranteed through a collaboration with security agencies and the communities.
Well, from there we cross over to Abuja. Here's Linda Akigbe. Hey, Linda.
Hello, Ijoma. Hi. Let's start off from Kwara State, where 3 out of the 5 of our bank robbery suspects are accusing the police of forcefully obtaining statements from them through torture, intimidation and fear. The accused, while being examined and cross-examined at the Ilorin High Court, revealed that the main suspect, Michael Aduku, was shot and killed, while 5 other men were also killed in their presence to instill fear in them.
The suspects arrived at court premises at 9 a.m. for what is said to be a trial within a trial at the Ilorin High Court. 3 of the suspects, during examination and cross-examination, said their legs and hands were tied with hefty stones placed on their back, while they were made to watch the killing of 5 men. They say they believe this was to instill fear in them to implicate the Senate president. They also allege that one of the suspects, Michael Aduku, a dismissed police officer who is now deceased, was shot and killed in their presence after he claimed that they were not part of the robbery gang. They further stated that for fear of being killed like the others, they accepted the confessional statements which were written and given to them by the police. At the end of the cross-examination, the judge, Justice Halima Salman, adjourned till March the 25th for continuation of the need to certify if the statements were given under duress or voluntarily.
My 3 witnesses have all stated their own part. We have raised a fundamental issue concerning the statement of the accused persons. It's on that basis that this trial within trial is going on now.
We have to adjourn for the 5th accused because the issue of the confessional statement of the 4th accused was not an issue for now. So we have to adjourn for the 5th accused to come and give defense on the objection he raised on the statement, which he said he volunteered at the police station.
On April the 5th, 2018, 30 people were killed when gunmen raided 5 commercial banks in Offa, in what is now infamously known as the Offa Bank robbery.
Barely 8 days after the Supreme Court upheld the federal government's interim seizure of $8.4 million, believed to be owned by ex-First Lady Mrs. Patience Jonathan, the Apex Court has again consented to a similar forfeiture of another 2.4 billion naira linked to the wife of former President Goodluck Jonathan. Officials of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission said the $8.4 million was discovered in some accounts linked to the ex-First Lady, while the 2.4 billion naira was said to be held in bank accounts owned by Lawari Furniture and Bath Limited, an entity in which Mrs. Jonathan allegedly has interest. Delivering judgment, a 5-man panel of the Supreme Court rejected the appeal filed and argued by Mr. Michael Zekome on behalf of Lawari Furniture and Bath Limited on the grounds that it was without merit. In the lead judgment written by Justice Amiru Sanusi but read by Justice Sidi Bage, the court sustained the order of interim forfeiture made by the Federal High Court in Lagos on April 26, 2017, which was affirmed by the Court of Appeal Lagos in a judgment given on January 12, 2018. The court rejected the argument by the appellant, who faulted the interim order of forfeiture obtained by the EFCC via an ex parte motion and prayed that it be set aside. Other members of the panel are Justice Ibrahim Tanko Mohammed, Mary Peter Odili, and Kudirat Kekereokun. Now, staying with the courts, the trial of a former special advisor to President Goodluck Jonathan on public affairs, Dr. Doyin Okukwe, who was arraigned on alleged 59-count charge of money laundering, continued at the Federal High Court in Abuja. At the resumed trial, prosecution witness Mr. Hassan Seidu, an operative of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, informed the court how Dr. Okukwe received payments from the Office of a National Security Advisor between 2012 and 2016 for special services. The witness also told the court how a company, Value Trust Investment Limited, was used to siphon money from the Office of a National Security Advisor without executing any job for the federal government.
The third prosecution witness in the trial of Dr. Doyin Okukwe has given testimony on how the former special advisor to former President Goodluck Jonathan on public affairs received payments from the Office of the National Security Advisor for special services. The witness, an investigating officer with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, informs the court that Dr. Okukwe failed to justify the payments made to him and Value Trust Investment Limited. He recounts how Dr. Okukwe was unable to account for the funds received even when he claimed to have paid staff salaries from the money. Lawyer to Dr. Okukwe, however, insists that the testimony of the witness is merely a fairy tale, just as the counsel to Value Trust Investment Limited dismisses the testimony.
The matter hopefully continues on the 1st of April, and I think that is when we hope to get to the crescendo, because we have a line of questions for the witness, while some other materials have not been placed before the court.
EFCC are just giving their own evidence. The court has graciously granted us an adjournment for cross-examination. So at the next adjourned date, which is the 1st of April, we are coming here to cross-examine the third witness of EFCC.
The prosecution on his part claims he has enough documentary evidence to prove his case beyond reasonable doubt.
The law is that the burden is on the prosecution to prove his case beyond reasonable doubt. And that is what we are doing. The witnesses we have caught 3 witnesses so far. And it is that burden that we are trying to discharge through these witnesses and the documentary exhibit that we have. We are doing that very well, and the case is progressing fine.
With the conclusion of the testimony of the third witness, the court adjourned further trial to the 1st of April 2019 for cross-examination of the witness.
When the news at 10 returns, Union Bank seeks international capital flows for small and medium-scale businesses as financial market dealers hold quarterly meeting. That's in business news. Join us again.